Good morning and welcome to Stamping and Crafting with Cheryl Diana. I'm Cheryl Diana and today we are going to use a technique that I posted in my Facebook business page, and it's one that one of the artisan designers did a couple of years ago, but it's still a very good technique. And I'm also going to show you how to make a stencil to use on your card. And of course we are using the Full of Life suite, but in particular the Friends for Life stamp set and dies. So let's get started. So I'm starting off. I've decided to use the basic white thick cardstock because we are going to be using water on it. And while you can do it on the normal cardstock, which I've done loads of times, I thought I would see how it works with the thick cardstock. So to start with, I've chosen Shy Shamrock, Lemon Lime Twist, Granny Apple Green and Garden Green, just because I fancied having greens today, which I don't often use as a family colours. So I'm going to be using the splodgy stamp, that's what I call it, splodge, paint brush effect. So I'm going to start by stamping my colours. So I'm going to start with my very light one first, I think. Let's start with the Lemon Lime Twist. Now this was an in colour a few years ago and we all loved it, and it came back as a core colour a couple of years ago now. So I'm going to start by just stamping this on. I'm going to do it randomly, or try to do it randomly, because as you know, I do not do random. Morning, Lisa. Because I really struggle to do something that is not a pattern. It turns out it's to do with my personality, where I like things structured and organised and following a routine, and random does not fit into that. So, and I've tidied up my craft desk and moved a few things around, so if I'm a bit slow finding stuff, it's because they're all in a different place. So I'm going to now use the Granny Apple Green, and we're just going to spodge. That needs re-inking again, so just going to find my re-inker. Granny Apple Green, just check it's the right one. So I'm just going to re-ink it so you can actually see how I re-ink. So I do lines across the pad, and then I put the lid back on. And then using the back of a spoon, I just smush it around a bit, like so. That should hopefully be enough. Let's just try it out again. That's better. Let's just give that a quick wipe over, so I don't get it anywhere I don't want it to get. So I will stamp this over here again. And being photopolymer, you can almost match it up. And this is definitely in a pattern. Right, so now I'm going to use the Garden Green, which I bet will also need re-inking. That doesn't matter, because our ink pads do last a long time before they need to be re-inked. So let's go this way. Let's try something different. This way, that way. That's still a pattern. I'm terrible, aren't I? I've even done painting classes where I have to do random brush strokes, and luckily the tutor has been one of my work colleagues, and she just laughs because I cannot do random. So let's just plonk this on somewhere. Let's go that way, bit there, bit there. Okay. So then we need the spritzer. The instructions said to spritz the back first, so we'll try that. And this is to stop it from curling. Okay. And then we need to spritz this until the colours run or bleed. Which, are you going to bleed? Are you going to run for me? Some of you are. So I need a bit of a help. It is starting to do. I need a bit more water on it. It says don't spritz too much. So just shift it around a little bit. It's not bleeding as much as I wanted it to. So I'm just going to swash it around a bit more. And then what I'm probably going to do is... Now let's leave it like that. And then it needs to dry. It does. So I'm doing it first, so it dries. Now I'm going to mop up some of the... I'm going to pop that like that. And then I'm going to pop that on my crafting floor, which is wooden flooring. And that can dry. And then we'll try and do a card with it at the end. So let's just clean this again. But what I thought we could do is, sometimes you don't have a paper that matches what you want to do. So what I often do is, and I've done one, this is for another card that I'm making, and this is where you get the stamp and you stamp it the same colour as your cardstock, and it makes a lovely piece makes a lovely piece of paper that you can then add to your cards. So we're going to try it, but I'm stepping it up a bit because I made some dies, not dies, stencils. So I had some acetate sheet where I worked years ago. They were moving offices, and the whole building had to be sort of cleared and everything. And what some of the departments did was they binned a whole load of stationery, including the overhead projector sheets, which, if you're as old as what I am, I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to remember times before we had computers and that. We used to have an overhead projector, which was literally a big box with a light inside it, and then there was a thing stood up and it projected what was on the screen, on the light box, onto a projector screen. And you used to have to either write or type onto this type of acetate. And one department threw about 8 boxes of it. And my boss at the time was very much into recycling. So we used to go through the stuff that they were going to bin and rescue stuff. So I have got about 4 boxes of this paper, this sheet. So what I've done is I have used the the leaf die and the inside of the heart, because I thought that would look quite nice for my templates. Now I've written on them because if I stick it on there, you don't really see it, but I can see the words, so don't lose them, as I've lost them twice today already. So taking a piece of basic white normal cardstock, I'm going to make my own background. So I'm going to be using one of my blending brushes, and I'm going to be using greens. I've got to find my blending brush for greens because I am organised, or I like to be organised. I actually have them in a little caddy, and I've labelled them all. And I must admit, I do wash them every time I use them. So I've got them like this, and my green one. My green one's over there. Yeah, that didn't fit in. So I label them with probably my favourite tool, which is my labelling machine. So I'm going to be using different greens. So I'm going to start with the light one, which is lemon lime. Okay, and now you can use daubers, but I find the blending brush is really good. So I have to put a piece of paper underneath so I don't blend over it. So I want to cover the whole lot. So I'm going to come in like that, and just do a little bit over there. Have I got any other blending brushes? But I might actually use a smaller one for my darker colours. What's that one in there? Nope. Yes, I knew I'd got some spare ones. So they come in packs like this. You get, how many you get in that one? You get 3 in each pack. So I'll use a smaller one for my darker colours. So let's do it for the darker one. Lining it up again, and then just coming off the page, just going around it like that. Now we do have a glass mat, which is brilliant for this because you literally rub it on the mat, which is underneath this, and then you can pick it up from there. That's one bit. Let's then go here. And I am trying to do it randomly. We'll see how far I get before it starts becoming a pattern. So I'm just going to be using garden green and the lemon lime twist because they seem to merge really nice together. And that's what I like about our colours, is that they do go together really, really well. Whoops, wrong one. Doesn't matter because we're only picking up small amounts of it. Okay, that's fine like that. That's looking quite pretty, I must say. So let's just do this one here. Light colours. And then I'm going to do lighter at the bottom. Just changing it round. Now you can take these down. This is quite a small one. I'm liking that. It's actually turning out better than I thought it would. Let's put this one up here. Let's do this one at the top. Oops, shifted. Sometimes it does happen. As I said, you can tape it down, but I was a bit too. Whoops, a little bit here. And let's do this one. So I woke up today and I was really pleased because we have sun. And for days I've woken up and it has been grey and cloudy or raining. In fact, we had a yellow rain warning on Monday night because we were going to get 4 centimeters. We were going to get lots of rain. And I know a few months ago, one of our back roads, because I live in a village, got flooded so much that someone canoed on it. It was that flooded because I'm in the fens, just on the edge of the fens, and it's very flat. And obviously the fens have been drained, so some of it's quite low, and the water table rose, and it couldn't go anywhere. In fact, one of our major roads that goes across East Anglia, that got flooded near me as well. So they were having to get the fire brigade out and pump it all, and it was quite unusual because we normally don't get that much rain. But the good thing about it is everything's growing really, really well, which unfortunately also means the plants that you don't want to grow, that are in the wrong place, which some people call weeds, but I was always told that weeds are flowers just in the wrong place, which I think is a nice way of describing it. I do like that. So I need that bit around to get that. So I'm just trying to fill in some of the other gaps. I think I need to do more of the lighter colour. Let's do some more lighter colour. And this is quite therapeutic as well, because each one is going to be different. Oh, Lisa, you've got some. Brilliant. And you've been outside. I haven't been outside yet. My back garden's a mess because we've got dogs, and I've got raised beds, but they need repairing because I've got a bad knee. So we put everything to raised beds and then paving. But I've got paving with gravel in between, so it doesn't stop the water draining down. But they need sorting. And one of my dogs, Emmy, she loves to dig. So we used plastic mesh on it when we knew she was doing that. Unfortunately, that's now rotted. So we've got to take it apart, the top edge off, and redo it. Right, I'm going to do just that one, the light one. Thanks, Lisa. Have a good time at club. And I'll catch up with you on Friday. So this is actually turning out really well. And it's so simple. It really is simple. Now I'm just going to fill these in just with single colour. But you can see how I've used the same lemon lime twist, but because it's different strengths, it looks really nice. Let's just pop. I'll use a darker one for that one. So this one. I think I'm going to do dark on that one there. I think I'm going to go really dark there. So you see, I haven't gone off the stencil because I want it quite dark there. I'm really pleased with that. So let's turn that into a card. So I'm going to use standard A6 portrait card, and just furnish the end. You know what, a matte layer, so I'm going to choose a green. Got my greens out. I'm thinking I might do a lemon lime twist one. So I think that definitely do a matte layer. Let's just see how that looks. Yeah, I do love that now. So I actually have not done any stamping yet. Let's just trim these down to size. So of course, first matte layer size is 10 by 14.3. And I've changed my blade on this trimmer because I was getting furry edges. And then which way around? Am I going to get 2 out of it? Oh, I might be able to get 2 out of it. So how long is that? That is 17.8. Right. I don't do maths, and it's 2. I'm not used to doing maths, so let's do 17.8. So it's 0.4, and 17 in half is 8. So it's 8.9. That should be. Is it? Yeah. 17.8 is 4. It's 2. That's right. It's 2 off of 18. I question myself sometimes, and I shouldn't with maths because I was quite good at maths at school. That's one of the few subjects I found easy. So I'm happy with the length. We just need to make it a bit. No, I think I'm going to leave it like that. It doesn't have to all be the same round it. It's near enough. Got a fluffy bit there. Let's just trim that off. Yeah, that's looking really nice. So I'm going to layer it up. And I'm using the ends of my glue, multi-purpose glue at the moment, because they seem to last a very long time. I mean, these ones I've had for months where they've almost run out. And then you just give it a little shake, and then it all comes out. I very rarely use the fat end of it. So let's just add this to it. Make sure I've got the right way around, yes. If you do stick it on to the wrong side, you can always cut the card in half and add it to another card base. Which I must admit, I've done that a few times. If I've stamped stuff inside and it's gone wrong. Let's just put this on here. Shift it around a bit. That's it. Must admit, I am pleased with how that has turned out. It was an experiment. Now we need to do a sentiment. I actually don't want to do too much on that one. So I'm probably going to use my circles for that. I love my circles. They are so easy to use. Well, what's the other one I've got? Oh, I could use that one. No, because I want to have a matte layer behind it. So I'm going to use, see what garden green circle looks like. That's the one green I didn't get out. Just yeah, just go and grab that. I think it might be a bit too dark. Yeah, I don't like it. So I'm going to go for a lemon lime twist. Now you can punch it out of your matte layer, but I'm always scared someone's going to realise you have done that, and they're going to think that it's sort of being a cheapskate. So I sort of tend to just leave them. So sentiment. So I'm thinking of you. That's a nice one. Whoops. Let's do that. Pop that on a block. Now, which circle? Where's my little circles? Remember that I cut these so I knew what size they were. I've lost one. I've lost my 2-inch one. That will fit in that one. So I need my 2-inch and my 2 and whatever it is. Two and 3/8. There's the other one. Yes, that will fit on there. So I need to punch this out of white. So let's have a look in my scraps folder. Oh, good morning, Digital Canuck Drawers from Canada. Glad you could join us today. Let's see if I can find a piece of white scrap. It's not big enough. So I'm going to, sometimes I stamp it first and sometimes I punch it first. I tend to stamp it first if it is a rubber stamp because I can't see through it. But with these, you can always cut it out like, and then you can stamp it on like that. You can see where it is. So I'm actually going to punch it out first. And then I'm going to go for this in lemon lime. No, I'm going to go garden green because I've got lemon lime twist cardstock behind it. So let's just put this on here. Oh, thank you. I'm actually impressed with how it's turning out. You know, when you have an idea and you're never quite sure if it's going to work. So I just thought I would give it a go. I must admit, I am loving this. I know I keep saying it, but I am really loving it. And of course, you can emboss these if you want, but I think it needs something. I might emboss. No, I'm not, because I didn't emboss the back bit. So I'm going to pop that on there. Let's see what doing it with a garden green doodle. Just bear with me while I get my Stampin' Right markers out, which come in a lovely family pack of colours that matches the family that you've got your ink pads, the re-inkers, your cardstock, and all that, and your papers. So let's just give this a test. See how it's going to look. Look around there. No. So that's not going to work, but we could try the other technique I use for a little line around it. It's just rolling it across your ink pad. Let's see how that looks. That's a bit better. I think I might do the same with this. That's better. It just needed that something. Okay, so I am going to stick this on here and then I'm going to raise it up. But you can always, so stick that, you can always stick that and then raise this up. So where's my dimensionals? There we go. And I'm getting to the end of some of my sheets, so we're not going to waste it. We are going to use it on the backs of our circles. Because nobody's going to see the underneath of it because you have got stuff over it. And it's going to look nice raised up. And of course, I don't like soggy middles. I did a demonstrator event last week and one of them was doing a card and they put them all around the edges and I thought, oh, soggy middles, and my upline was on it as well, and she commented that and it did make me smile. So let's put that on here like so. And then I think we might have some of that gorgeous ribbon that comes with it. So this, yeah, because that's going to pick it up. So I'm just going to do a very simple overlap with the ribbon. Let's just trim the end there nicely. And I'm going to pop that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that down with some glue dots. And I'm using up my old ones because I've actually got these I've had for a long time. Where's my take your pick tool gone? I haven't had it out yet, have I? Don't say I've lost it. Oh, it's fallen down, that's why. This is probably my second best tool. My first one being the trimmer. That's not going to work, that one. Oh, it's because it's too big. I've got the wrong end. Let's find the end that I normally use for it. Is that the one? Yeah, that one, which has got my knife blade on it. I think these are so odd, but they're so sticky. Right, let's use the proper ones. Thanks. Right, there it is. That's better. So I want it to go roughly like so. So I'm going to pop that there. Make sure I get the right way around. Put that one like that. Another one. So next Friday we have got a demo day happening. Stampin' Up. It's called It's called Stamping Up on the Road. Move. Whoops, that glue dot decided to come with my nails. So there's about 70 of us going to meet up and spend the day together, which will be really, 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 really lovely, because some of the demos that are on my team, I haven't met face to face. So, and there's others from other teams who I haven't spoken to for ages. So it's going to be a great day to catch up with friends, and of course make some new ones and learn some new projects. And it's using my favourite suite at the moment. My favourite stamp set and dies, and that is the spot. That's the Spotlight on Nature one. So that's my card. I'm just thinking, do we need gems on it or not? I think I've got any gems that will match that colour. But we could use those. And the gems that go with this suite I've given to my mum, because we are doing diamond wedding invites. So I wonder if I use these ones, because they do look a bit pinky purpley as well as the ribbon does. So these are the iridescent foil gems. I wish they had a bigger packet, but it just means I will have to order some. Now, where's my end gone? I'm terrible for losing ends. There it is. Right, so let's add a couple of these on it. I don't know if you can see, but they've got little bits in the middle. So I'm going to pop one there. And as you know, I do not do random. Put one there. And one there. Let's do 5 in the gaps. I can cope with that. And that one can go there. There we go. So that is one card done in Lemon Lime Twist and Garden Green. Using the heart to make a stencil, and then blending through it, and then with a 2-inch circle, and then 2 3/8 circle and a 2-inch circle punch for the sentiment. So let's just check if my papers have. That's not too bad. Just needs to dry off. So I'm just going to quickly blast it with my heat gun. So bear with me. Almost dry, but obviously we would leave it to air dry properly. So let's choose a card. I think I'm going to go lengthways. So I've got a landscape card base. So let's tidy it up. Let's just burnish the end. I'm not going to use that again, so just put that away and put that away. Okay, so I'm actually not going to have a matte layer, I don't think. What happens if I use... Oh, that's pretty. That picks up that colour. Let's do a matte layer in that then. That is that's the Shy Shamrock cardstock, which is a lovely colour. It is, and it's the colour that we're using in my colour club this month. So this might actually be cut to size. Not quite. Last month we did the Pretty in Pink. This month we're doing the Shy Shamrock, and then I think next month it might be either Petunia Pop or Peach Pie. So that can go there. I cut the wrong length for it. I did a first matte layer for the width, but I did a standard card base for the matte layer. That's fine, we just trim it down. So, now this is going to be a bit tricky because it's still a bit damp. So let's just trim a little bit off that end. If I do it slowly, it might work. I've got fluffy edges, that's fine. Never cut a bit off of this side. So cutting that at 13.8. But that is because it's going to tear it. Yeah, hang on, let's cut in the middle, that won't do it. That's going to tear it, whoops, because that bit's quite wet. Let's just draw a line down there. I'll use my scissors. Obviously you would let it air dry properly. So I will have another go at this and then show you the finished card. So I'm not going to stick that down. And then so the idea is that this would be cut down to matte layer that. I haven't done it yet, so I'll let that dry. I will, and then I'm going to use the other dies, which I've used for another card for my blog on Sunday, and I'm going to be using the friend one. So I will stamp best friend on here. Now, when I did it, I lost the dot for that. So I did another one and then I found it was stuck in here. So I don't want to lose it. So it was sat in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down there. Just pop that on there so I don't lose it. And I did, now trying to stick this down is going to be hard. So what I did was I used the adhesive paper sheets, adhesive sheets, that's it. But it's come in a big pack like this. And let's just put, and then you literally cut the bits you need, and then attach it to your paper or cardstock. So I'm going to be using a friend. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to die cut the friend in the green and pop it on the white background. And I nearly lost that. Let's just pop it in my magnetic tray so I don't lose it. Okay, and then I need to stick this. It needs to be trimmed a little bit more. And then this is where I get muddled as to which way round it goes. So I end up pulling it off, and it's actually the sticky bit. So because I peel it off like that, and then find that that's the sticky bit. But this is great because all those times you have to try and stick it, it's too thin and it doesn't work. So I've just stuck it like that. Then I'm going to die cut it out. Like so. And before I lose it, I'm going to pop that dot out. There we go. And these other little bits we don't need. And pop it out like that. Now it doesn't matter that I haven't got it over everything, but I've got it over the majority. So that's going to go like that. Just cut a white bit out using the other die. Oops. So here is the background piece. Let's pop it on a piece of yellow paper so you can then see it. Like so. That's how it looks. That up there. And then I'm going to take the adhesive backing bit off of it. Because trying to glue this, you'd have to either use a very small paintbrush or a sponge to put it on, and then it does sometimes come over the edges, but this is brilliant for doing very fine work. So if you love this stamp set and bundle or the suite, we currently have one of my favourite our promotions on with Stampin' Up is for every £45 you order through me, you get £4.50 voucher back to spend next month. And I know lots of my customers are using that, and I've done it as well. So it's a great way to get some more money off of your favourite products. And of course, being a demonstrator means I get to see the autumn winter mini catalogue in a couple of days, and then of course in August I can order from it, and I have seen one bundle in there which is absolutely gorgeous, but I can't say anything because we can't show you it yet, but it will certainly be one of the products that I do order quite quickly. Now the fiddly bit, get this bit off. And then what is nice is this. Put that on. Whoops. Don't stick on my finger. I need to stick. Let's pop this down here. Let's try and put it on that. So hopefully I can get it, pick it up. That's it. I need to get it the right way around. It's that way. And just shift it slightly. And then for all of you in the UK, I have got 25% off my retired products. So that will go on like that. I'll then have best stamped here, and then I'll add some embellishments. But I'm sorry that card is it isn't finished, but my paper does need to dry. So I will pop that up on my Facebook group when it's all finished. So I'm just going to pop that up there to dry. And we've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to quickly show you how we can use the leaf die to make our version of that paper that I did using Spotlight in Nature. So let's pop that on there, and colour. Just have a lemon line. Have I got a matte layer for this? Nope. I've got one garden. I've got awful garden green. No, just got card bases. So let's see. Have I got matte layer in that one? We'll cut one. I'm going to use lemon lime. So let's quickly do a matte layer. So my first layer is 14.3 by 10. Or if you're going to do loads of cards, do like I did with this one. I did try to do an A4 sheet, but it didn't quite work. I felt I got too many gaps. But you can do it half a sheet and then cut it down. So oops, something just fell down. And I don't want to run my chair over it. So stamp, lemon lime, twist ink, and this is a great technique to do. So it's just so simple. Why am I losing stuff? This is what I want, that bit, because we're going to stamp over the edge. This is just a great way of making your own backing paper. Put it that way. And I want this one to go like that. And it's quite relaxing as well. There we go. Put one like that. Put that like that. And I should be able to get one coming down there. And this one, I want that to go. And being a photopolymer stamp, I can actually see where I haven't been. So let's go like that. And that can go like that. And it's so quick and simple to do. So you're making your own designer series paper. That won't quite fit in there. So I'm going to do it like that. and then do this one coming from there. So please do have a go at these techniques and pop what you made onto my Facebook group, which details are below in the description, because I would love to see what you make. And for those that order through me, I've got a special customer group and we have some lovely cards. I'll be being posted there, so I can just squeeze up in there. So this is a simple way to use any stamp. You could use, like I've done, leaves, flowers. With this stamp set you could do the hearts, the sploshes. What else have we got in here? You could even use the words. In fact, I did a blog in May that was about making cards with just words, and some of the other people's designs are really, really, really lovely, and they've used ideas that I wouldn't have thought of. So please have a look at my blog, because it's not just what I make, it's what other people make as well, which will mean that you get loads and loads and loads of ideas. So that's all for today. Just come back, swap the screens. So thank you for joining me today. I've had fun making these cards. I hope you have had a great time watching me make these cards, and please have a go yourself. If it doesn't work out, then we have another side, or we can just have another go. So until next week, take care, keep well, and keep stamping and crafting. Bye.